Well, I'm delighted to say joining us in the studio, Jake White. Thank you very much. Congratulations. That was one heck of a contest out there, and you've done something that not many teams can do, is beat Glasgow Warriors on their home turf. So how would you rate that 80 minutes of rugby out there?
76 minutes of rugby was outstanding.
Yes.
Probably 4 minutes of
I was
that
starting positive, Jake. Come on now.
Yeah. I just say, when you're a coach, you wanted to finish them off. To be fair, we had some chances as well. I heard now all the commentary you were giving there, but a couple of times we had a 5-metre line-outs and probably pulled the wrong play. Tina summed it up. I think the way we defended. This is an incredible attacking team, Glasgow. And you saw when they get it right how difficult it is to stop them. Literally, we knew when we kicked that last kick off deep that they were going to run it from there, and they still scored. So, all credit to the fact that we defended like we did, because when they do hold on to the ball, they're very difficult to keep out.
Certainly.
And Hendrik Wessels, what have you been doing to him? Where has he come from? Because that is just, what a performance. Yeah. Especially wearing that jersey as well.
Well, he's now called Oosterhunt in the change room. That's what they're calling him now. But he's always been a phenomenal talent. He was played lock in standard 9, which is the second last year in high school, then moved to prop in his final year, and then he's played hooker for us as well. So he's got everything.
He epitomised almost the work rate just in that first moment when he got back. Sebastian Kinsiliari just going over to score a try. We watched his work rate back up there.
From that scrum,
and he's
just outside the 22.
Across. Yeah. But you saw that in everything. Even, I know you talked about the last 5 minutes, but 70-odd minutes, you've got, Nokia just working back, trying to fight. Yeah. There was a bit of desperation, a bit of fight there tonight.
It's interesting, Ryan, because I'll say the two things that, which was interesting for me is the loose head prop stops a try. And I think Nokia, who moved from lock to flank, was outstanding. He wasn't, he's an unsung hero, because every time they chipped it over, every time he was there, even the scrambling back when he put them under pressure to make a decision on their last pass, it was because of the fact that he was there.
Is the work off the ball something that you were working on in training, specifically when playing a side like Glasgow, who do like to play expansive rugby, who do play quickly?
I wouldn't say. I'm going to now take credit and say we work off the ball. I think we just knew that Glasgow can hold on to it for many, many phases, and sometimes it works because if you slip a tackle or two like we did at the end there, then they can score. And they're not champions for nothing. They've beaten good sides. They play a style of rugby that suits their ground that they train on. Both Scottish teams play on 4G pitches, so obviously the style they play helps them because they can play with a very quick tempo, and therefore you've got to get guys like Jan Hendrik Wessels and Nokia running around, doubling up actions, tripling up actions. Otherwise they open you up. So I wouldn't say we're off the ball, but we realise that if we don't stay on our feet and we don't get numbers in the line, we're going to end up getting opened up on the edges.
Talking about off the ball, was there something you watched against that Leinster match where Glasgow really got undone? Because I know you like to kick the ball a lot and then work without it, but your defence tonight had a certain pressure, a certain press about it that someone like Moody was just going after everything. Yeah. And until that second to last try, you guys didn't get undone at all.
Yeah, look, having Moody there is obviously a secret weapon as well, because he doesn't mind tackling and he doesn't mind shooting out of the line, and his reads on hitting people in those positions is the right read, So having him there has obviously helped us. But, again, I've got to say, Glasgow can attack. They can attack. And if you get it wrong, that sounds crazy, because we sit in the change room now. We've won a game. We've won 2 in a row. Munster champions 2 years ago, Glasgow. Some of the boys feel a little bit let down because the last 5 minutes feels like we sort of let it slip.
And that's actually one of the things that I mentioned. I think for the growth of this Bulls team, that ruthlessness, and rightly so, they can be disappointed with this last 5 minutes. And that's probably that bit in terms of the growth of the Bulls as a unit, as a team, is getting that ruthlessness to play that full 85 minutes.
Tennis, it's not an excuse, but you've played at this level like Ryan has. I put another hooker on the bench as a back rower because Marcel pulled out. Put a young 20-year-old lock on today for his first cap.
Who's a giant, by the way.
Yeah, he's a massive man, And
put a Superman cape on him, he doesn't look out of place in the movie.
But can you imagine him? His first game is Glasgow Warriors, URC champions away, and you're under the pump because they come running at you every time. So, again, it's not an excuse. We need to be ruthless, and we need to, if we want to win big competitions, we're going to have to finish off like we started. But again, there's a bit of leniency as a coach, because I also appreciate that the eyes were wide open when that last couple of minutes was on top of them.
I don't want to tarnish it, and I'm not being negative, But why didn't the boys take the penalty at the end to take away that bonus point?
Because Glasgow are good enough to, if it hits the pole, to counter-attack and run the whole length of the field and score.
Okay, I'll take that one as a truth answer.
Is that the message you passed on?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you think, should you take the point and then, take a point away from them? But, God forbid the ball hits the pole, they counter-attack, you give a penalty away for maybe, a high tackle, next thing you in your 22, you end up drawing the game, so...
That would be disastrous.
And that's respect to Glasgow, because the reality is we've got a massive amount of respect for them. It wasn't a case of giving no point, it was a case of taking the win. Like you've said, massive win because of the fact where we are now and where we are in the context of the competition. So we couldn't get arrogant and say, listen, let's take the point away, and the next thing it comes back to bite us.
Indeed. Well, look, we'll let you head off. Congratulations. Enjoy your last night of your little tour in Glasgow, and safe travels home. All the best for round 17 and 18.
Thank you. Thanks so much. Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Thanks very much, Jake.
Thanks, sir. Thank you.
Safe journey.